Hashem Hashem Naseh V'Nasliach. We're going to continue in Sefer Sha'arei Kedusha. We are on Chelek Gimel, Sha'ar Aleph in the middle. Talk about different olamot that Hashem created. We have Adam Kadmon, which doesn't mention a lot, and then Atzilut, Beriah, Asiyah, and all the different madrigot levels that there is in olamot. And I'm going to continue in some introductory matter. עוד הקדמה אחרת והיא כי כל אלו הבחינות והמדרגות. Another thing that we need to know is that all these different aspects, all the sefirot, all the olamot, all the levels, מרום אדם הקדמון, from the highest, which is Ak, אדם קדמון, עד התהום שבעולם השפל, until the lowest level, which is our word, כולם הם זו למעלה מזו וזו לפנים מזו. These are, we have to know that this olamot is one above the other and one inside and within the other. So we have two different type of olamot. We have olamot igulim and olam yosher. It's a different concept. One is to say that the olamot stands like in a form of the onion, like layer inside the layer. One said that it's like a ladder type thing, one on top of the other. כעליון מחברו מתלבש תוך התחתון ממנו כנשמה לגוף, because all the upper world they get like a cloth or manifest or covers into the olam tachton, just like a neshama in a guf. We have a guf and neshama is inside. So every olam that is higher level is like a neshama for the olam that is in a lower level. So it goes inside. ואומנם אין כל כללות העליון מתלבש בתחתון. But we have to know that the olam on top doesn't completely get covered into the olam at the bottom. Only the head is always open. The head is open. We said that olamot divide into two different sections. We got Shorosh Rishonot, which is called Gar, or Gimel Rishonah, which is Keter Chokhmah Binah, or Chokhmah Binah Da'at. These are always open. But the rest of the body, Lahavdi just last, from the neck down, is covered in the Olam HaTachton. Become like a neshama for the Olam that is under it. So it says, En kol kelarot ha'elyon mitlabev tachton. Not all the olam on higher olam get covered into the lower olam. Rak bechina pratit, just a specific aspect. Tachtona, the lower level of it, shebe olam mitlabev bechol ha'tachton, that from the upper world get covered in all the lower world. וכן על דרך זה, עד סיום העולמות, and this is the same way until the end of all the עולמות. That means that Ak from the neck down מתלבש into Atzilut, Atzilut from neck down into Beriah, Beriah into Yetzirah, Yetzirah into Asiyah. Every higher word is like a neshama for the lower word. באופן שכל העולמות, in a way that all these words that we mentioned, הן כולם בכללות, all of them has basically everything included in it, because they get like a shefa from the top, so it's all complete. Everything is complete. And kol bechina mehem, in all the aspects of them. Afilu ba'olam hashafal, even the lowest world, which is olam asiyah, bechol prat mehem, in all his details, hakolhu b'derech zeh. It's in the same exact way. Because one is higher than the other, on top of the other, and one is inside the other. So there's two different ways that the word is basically stands. One is igulim, one is yosher. One is like an onion type thing, layer into the layer. One is one top of the other, like a ladder. In the way that all of them is like cover the other. And all this word basically is a cover for the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, which is the Hashem Yitbarach. it says like the aura of Hashem is covered in all these olamot, like a cover, like a filter for all of them. ואומנם בכל עולם מאלו החמישה, we have to know that in each one of these 5 words that we mentioned, יש הבדל בהתפשטות האורות, עד היכן מגיעים כדי שיהיה הפרש בין זה לזה. There's one difference between these olamot that until where spread the light in them. So they be different between them, because if all the words basically get the same light, the same energy, the same shefa, the same way, so they're all equal. So there is not one greater than the other. So he said because there should be a difference between them in their importance, in their level, the way that the light spread in them is different. וכן יש הפרש אחר בפרטי הארבעה יסודות שבכל עולם. Also we said that there is 4 different יסודות we had, which was מים, רוח, עפר, and אש. He says it's different, the combination of these יסודות in every עולם. וכן בפרטי הפרטות, also in all the other details. ואין זה מקום באור עניין זה, מיגה הרב, this is not a place to basically expand on this a little bit more, like explain it more. It's not basically has any kind of important to what he wants to talk about. He said you can explain this somewhere else. It's not the place to basically expand on this aspect. ונמצא כי כמו שבדרך התפשטות האורות מלמעלה למטה, אין לך ספירה שאינה כלולה, בכל ספירות, בכל ספירות ספירה מתחלקת לאלפים ורבות ספירות. מיגה, just as we said that the light spread from top to bottom, all the sefirot, all the olamot has basically, every sefirah has 10 sefirah prati of his own. That means that, for example, Chokhmah has Chokhmah, Bina, Dad until Malchut of his own. Also, Bina has the same thing. So basically everything that is in a klal is in a prat. That means that everything is in a whole, is in the details also. So basically the olamot, the sefirot basically has its own 10 sefirot. And all of those details of every sefirot has its own 10 sefirot. So it goes basically expand to alafim v'revavot sefirot, to 1,000 and 10,000 sefirot. And there is no limit to them. Because every sefirah get divided into 10. And all those 10 itself divided into 10, and so on and so forth, until זה, כעניין בהתפשטות האורות מבפנים ולחוץ, יהיה דרך זה. In a way that is spreading forth the light from the inside to outside, or from top to bottom, if you can say, יהיה דרך זה. כי הפנימי שבכולם נקרא כתר. מיגה, the interior, the innermost of all the sefirot is Sefirat Keter, which is the first one. V'achitzon she'alav chokhmah. And the other one on top of it, I think it's just like an onion, like the middle of the onion is Sefirat Keter. This is the way that the olamot igulim, like in a circle type thing, the olamot stands. So the most inner one is Keter, v'achitzon she'alav chokhmah. And the other one, the next layer is Chokhmah. והחיצון שעליו בינה, והחיצון שעליו שישה כסאות תפארת, and the other one on top of the Chokhmah is Bina, and on top of the Bina is the 6 Sefirot of Tiferet, which is the Rampin, it's called Beauty, Tiferet, והחיצון שבכולם מלכות, and the other most of all of them is מלכות. וכן כל בחינה ובחינה היא נחלקת בדרך זה לאלפים רבות פרטי פרטים. And as we said, every one of these sefirot in itself get divided into thousands or tens of thousands of details of his own parat, of his own details. ולפי שבאור עניין זה בכל שאר העולמות נתפאר אצלנו זולת עניין העשייה. Because the explanation of all this aspect, we start from the olamot on top, from Ag, Atzilut, to the bottom, to Asiyah. לכן נבוא עניינו בקיצור נמרץ, that we're going to explain basically the Indian, one of these words is going to basically enter and explain in details. I said that sort of applies to all the other words as well. לכן נווה עניינו בקיצור נמרץ, he's going to do it very, very briefly. מה שיש צורך אל דירוש שמבקשנו בכפו. What we need to understand for what Hub wants to explain further on. So he said that he's not going to go into the extra detail that we don't need for a subject here. Okay, we should stop here, yeah, and then we continue with Hashem next week. It's going to go into more details about all the way that the Olamot stands and how they move. Okay, with Hashem, yeah, next week. Next time with Hashem.